Bridges are structures that connect one part of a place to another for people and vehicles to get across an obstacle or long distances easily and in a shorter time. The design will vary depending on its use and its materials. Usually, bridges are made of wood, concrete, steel, bricks, stone, etc. Some types of bridge are the beam bridge, the arch bridge, and the suspension bridge. The importance of a bridge in a town, city, etc. is that it communicates to different places and makes possible for people to go to one place to another and interact with different cultures, get stuff that they won't find on their own home places, etc. The construction involves precision, hours of work, and physics knowledge. The Golden Gate. Linking San Francisco with Marin County, the Golden Gate is 18,981 feet long suspension bridge that can be crossed by car, on bicycles, or on foot. The Golden Gate Bridge construction began on January 5, 1933. The project cost more than $35 million. The project was finished by May 1937, when it opened to vehicular traffic on May 28. At 12 o'clock noon, when President Franklin Roosevelt pressed a telegraph key in the White House announcing the event. The Golden Gate Bridge construction project was carried out by the McClintic Marshall Construction Company, funded by Howard McClintic and Charles Marshall. Strauss remained head of the project, overseeing day-to-day construction and making some groundbreaking contribution. One of the most interesting Golden Gate facts is that only 11 workers died during construction, a new safety record for the time. In the 1930s, bridge builders expected one fatality per $1 million in construction cost, and builders expected 35 people to die while building the Golden Gate Bridge. One of the bridge's safety innovations was a net suspended under the floor. This net saved the life of 19 men during construction, and they are often called the members of the Highway to Hell Club. The Golden Gate Bridge design echoes an Art Deco theme. White vertical railing on the horizontal tower rising accent the sun's light on the bridge. The towers that support the Golden Gate Bridge suspension cables are smaller at the top than at the base, emphasizing the tower height of 500 feet above the roadway. The bridge's two towers rise 746 feet, making them 191 feet taller than the Washington Monument. The five-line bridge crosses Golden Gate Street, which is about 400 feet deep. Simple yellow markers are used to switch the center line so that there are 3 lines into San Francisco for the morning commute and 3 leaving the city in the afternoon and evening. The center span was the longest among suspension bridges until 1964, when the Verrazzano Narrows Bridge was erected between the boroughs of Staten Island and Brooklyn in New York City, surpassing the Golden Gate Bridge by 60 feet. The Golden Gate Bridge also had the world's tallest suspension tower at the time of construction, and retained that record until more recently. In 1957, Michigan's Mackinac Bridge surpassed the Golden Gate Bridge's total length to become the world's longest two-tower suspension bridge in total length between Anchorage. But the Mackinac Bridge has a shortened suspended span compared to the Golden Gate Bridge. The weight of the roadway is hung from 2 cables that pass through the 2 main towers and are fixed in concrete and at each end. Each cable is made of 27,572 strands of wire. There are 18,000 miles of wire in the main cables.